Nigel Cecil, equity as you like it.
Especially for my equitable friends. Hello, Chakabatis. Nigel Cecil here. Moi, as an entertainment entrepreneur, responding to my equitable friends who sent in their comments, observations and requests for my advice to this email address. Is it up there, Hilary? Have I got it right? Yes, this email address. And thank you for your emails. Now, Hilary this time, haven't you, Hilary, has gone through them and selected two topics joined together now because they both refer to something I mentioned a short time ago about the possibility that equity had almost unknowingly drifted into becoming institutionally democratically flawed. And the first aspect of this, one of my equitable friends said, Nigel, we've spotted that tomorrow the Equity General Secretary is scheduled to address a meeting called the Big Union Meeting in Liverpool. What are they going to say? This is the meeting. This is the meeting, the Big Union Meeting organised by the North West TUC. Now, the Equity General Secretary is scheduled to appear, and my equitable friend said, will they be bearing in mind that they represent the views of 47,000 members, or will they only seek to represent the views of the Equity Council, being mindful of the fact that it's only elected by some 8% of the membership, and it's currently perceived to be all singing from the same progressive hymn sheet. Now, if that is the case, what happens to the other thousands of members who don't agree with that? Now, come close. You see, the General Secretary can only represent the views of the council. That is their duty. Which then brings us on to the other aspect of the question this member has raised. They've said, well, if we pay our subs like everyone else, is equity saying to us, you're not an activist, so we'll take your money, but we don't seek to represent you because 8% have told us we're in charge of all of you. And they've pointed out that that doesn't seem democratically fair. You pay your money, you get no representation because you're not an activist. But they didn't join equity to be an activist. They joined equity to have their professional interests represented first and foremost. So the aspect of institutionally democratically flawed, can you take money off people and then not represent them? That's the first aspect. Here's the second aspect. The second aspect to this topic raised by my equitable friends, which refers to the possibility of equity having become institutionally democratically flawed, refers to the current elections for the Equity President and Equity Council. The voting papers and statements for this should be arriving any time from the 1st of June onwards into your letterboxes, which is why Nigel, moi, has done a video which will be released on the 10th of June, having given me the opportunity to read the statements, and hopefully you as well, to decide which members are independent enough to be elected to the Equity Council so that the views of others will be held clearly to account. So that's tomorrow's video, and please mark in your diary the 10th of June for Nigel's video giving you an indication of how to have an independent voice on the Equity Council. Hopefully see you tomorrow.
Nigel Cecil, equity as you like it.